Welcome to D.I.Y with me, Chilamo Zulu, aka Chichibadu, and today I will show you how you can make yourself a notice board. You're going to need a few items that you can see in front of me, and I will run through all the items that you need. Number one, you need yourself some bow stick. If you don't have bow stick, alternatively, you can use a stapler or sellotape. You also need yourself a marker or crayons. You need yourself a pair of scissors. You need yourself some cloth tape and any color of your choice, plain papers. So we are going to go on a break, and when we come back, we're going to go straight into making our notice board. Stay tuned.
Glamville Wellness and Beauty Spas brings you Glamville Express Spa. Exclusive to Lusaka, and it is day and night. Glamville Express Spa has been brought to your doorstep to remind you that an express service is possible, especially when time is only convenient for you when you least expect it. Come through either before sunrise or after sunset, and we will be ready to serve you. Glamville Express Spa, a day and night express spa readily available for you. Located at Lake Filling Station along Lake Road opposite Crossroads Mall.
Behind the title, behind the prestige, there are hiding secrets, struggles, and stories untold. Meet the faces you know, but what about the people behind the masks? Who are they? Off the record.
For me to have food, it was a problem.
I was out of school for a year. I went to do some piecework, very long piecework.
My career didn't start all rosy. Of course, started on a faster note at some point.
I've never drank in my life. I tried once and I was a bit noisy.
Yeah.
So I decided,
Yeah,
I decided, no, I'm not going to drink.
Yeah.
I'm one of those few that after completing grade 4, I only stayed for 5 months and I was already in tertiary education.
The question came and I said I want to be president. I was laughed at.
I just wanted people to understand the implications or the things that happen when one is about to have a stroke.
And I want to confess that at one given time, I nearly crucified myself.
The journey, the struggles, the triumphs, it's time to get real. From the operating room to the boardroom, from the podium to the pulpit, we're going off the record. Unfiltered, unscripted, unforgettable.
Welcome back. So before we went on our break, I ran you through the items that you need to make this notice board. And now we're going to go straight into making our notice board. So allow me to remove these items because now I'm working on this manila paper and I don't want anything on top of it. So let me remove these things and put them on the side. So we put our papers there. Our box stick there. And all I need is this and that. So what we're going to do, like I mentioned, is we are going to create our borderline on our manila paper. So I'm starting with this side. And when I'm done with this side, I'll turn it, stick the other side until I finish sticking all the sides of this paper. So let me start with the sticking process. Okay, so I've got myself this cloth tape that I'm sticking onto my paper, and you have to be very careful and slowly press it on. Okay, perfect. So now I have stuck one side and I'm going to cut off the excess right there. that. And I'll tuck in this side like that. Okay, and the other side you tuck in as well, like that. Make sure you also tuck in this side so that it looks as smooth as possible, like that. Okay, so now that I've stuck this side, I'm going to turn it so that I can stick the other side as well. Remember, we want it to look like a frame, so you have to ensure you stick all the 4 sides. So I'm going to stick this side. Get your tape, cloth tape to be specific. Okay. So I have turned this other side and I'm now sticking the tape onto the other side as well. The same process that we did this side is the same process we are applying on this side. So let's stick our tape, our noisy tape, onto our paper. If you look at the way I'm sticking, I'm very careful. Why? Because I want to make sure I stick it real smooth and straight as possible. Okay, great. Okay, done. And we cut off the excess. Make sure you tuck it in. Like I said, it's the same procedure. There's nothing different. And ensure that you tuck in this other side as well to ensure that you are creating that frame for our manila paper. And when we are done, you understand why I'm calling it a frame, because of the border lines that I'm making here. So I turn the other side. Remember, we have to ensure we stick all 4 sides. So I'm turning the other side and I'm getting my tape. Remember to be careful as you are sticking. Don't rush. You rush, you crush. So make sure you are careful and patient as you stick your cloth paper. You cut it off, the excess. Same process that we did with the other 2 sides, and ensure you tuck it in like that. You tuck in the other side as well, like that, and make sure you tuck in this other side like that. Okay, and we're sticking our last side, our final and last side, to complete our borderline for our notice board. Remember to be careful as you're sticking, like that. That. Like that. Perfect finish. And you just press it down like this to ensure that it sticks well. And what we're doing now is we're cutting off our excess. Don't mind the noisy tape. Tape is always noisy. Any type of tape will give you that noise. So I'm folding the edges like that to make sure it's smooth, and I'm making sure these others are also tucked in at the bottom like that. So at this point, I have finished creating my borderline on my manila paper, and I've gotten myself a whole frame, and this is how it looks. back for you on the screen. Yeah, so that's our frame. So now what we're going to do now is we're going to create our little deco on the corners of this frame. I'm calling it a frame now because I have completed the frame. So we're going to make our decorations that will stick onto our corners of the frame. So what the shape I'm going to do for these decorations is a cloud. I always love the shape of a cloud. You know that cloud that we sketch? We've been sketching even in primary, would sketch and stick in the classrooms. I've always loved the way those clouds look, but you can use anything else. You don't have to necessarily use a shape of a cloud. You can even use any shape like a square, a rectangle, a triangle, a circle. It's up to you, but I love the shape of the cloud. So that's what I'm going to do and stick in the corners and the centers of my frame. So let's do that together. I have yellow, I have red, and I have blue. So I'm going to create my clouds out of these three colors of paper. And that's the reason I have my marker here, because I want to outline those clouds and cut them out with my pair of scissors. So let's do that together. So I'm outlining my clouds. If you are dodging art at school, this is the time you wish you did not dodge that art class, because you simply sketch this. So let's sketch this one as well. Color red. Na klasi ya makala nga mwale butuka. Hapa nomba mwala papa fati na red change. So we also do this. Yes. Like that. Turn it and sketch my final cloud like that. So what you're going to do now is you're going to cut off your clouds that you have sketched with your pair of scissors, making sure you cut off the shape of the cloud that you have sketched on the paper. Make sure you follow through the sketch and cut every little piece like what I'm doing. Like that. Okay. Almost getting there. Remember, DIY requires that you're very patient. You have to be patient as you do your craft if you want to get a perfect outcome of the project that you're doing. So you have to ensure that you're patient. So I've cut my first cloud and there we go. I've put it there. So I'm cutting off my next cloud. I remember back in the days when I was in primary, nursery or kindergarten to be specific, we used to make these shapes in our classes and would stick them in our classrooms, and you can agree with me that most of these kindergarten classrooms are very colorful and they have so much art attached to them. So that's the reason why you have to make sure your notice board is as creative and decorative as possible. Like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be a cloud. You can use any other shape of your choice. I've cut off my second cloud. Now I'm cutting off my red cloud, my bright red cloud. I'm almost getting there. Okay, and cutting off the other side. Okay, we are almost getting to our cutting process. Please don't get bored, don't get bored, don't get bored. Keep watching so that you do not miss any step of our notice board. And now we cut off our blue clouds. I want to ensure it's very colorful and attractive. You know, when you make a very colorful and attractive notice board, it will even prompt you to look at it all the time. Because if you're a color moment, so yeah, voila, the sharp. You'll be forced to look at it. So that's the beauty about having a colorful notice board. And that's the reason I used all these colored papers. Instead of using the usual black, the usual white, get some color so that it will attract you. Even anybody who's going to enter that space will be forced to look at that notice board. So that's the reason why I've used these colored papers, because I want it to be very attractive. Okay, we are almost getting there. That's our blue, and we're going to cut off our final color, which is red and blue. So I only cut off one red, so we're going to cut off another red as well, so that we have two of each color. Okay, our blue is almost done. It's almost complete. Like that. And then we cut off the red. So with this last red cloud I'm going to cut off, I'm not going to trace it because I've already gotten the pattern of the cloud. I'll just cut it by simply following the same sequence I was following as I was cutting, and I'll get myself the cloud. In case you don't have a marker, there's no excuse. Follow what I'm doing. So I'm just following the same sequence I was using when I was cutting off the ones that were traced, so that I get the shape of the cloud. Okay. And if you get the art of doing this it's actually even much more faster than having to trace it first and cut it off. So you can simply just follow the sequence, the pattern, and you're good to go. There you go. Bingo. So now that we have cut off our clouds, we're going to write onto our clouds, because what you want is to add some notes on them so that they can guide you what is on the notice board. So let's do that together. I'm going to clear off my desk by simply removing these ones that I'm not going to use again. So let us write that. So since I'm a Lunar Lifestyle girl and guru, I'm going to definitely write Lunar Lifestyle at the bottom. And I'm going to write, of course, the year. I can add the notice in the middle, because now we're trying to tell people to say it's notices now. Check this notice board. There are notices, there are important notices on the board. And of course, in the corner, I can leave it plain if I want, or if you want, you can add any other item. But for me, I'm going to leave it plain. If I think of something else, I'm definitely going to write something there. So let's write those knots on our clouds and then stick them on. So you're going to get your marker. The reason why we have our marker is because we're going to add those knots onto our paper, our clouds. So let's do that together. And the last word has been written. This one, I'll leave it out. So the stuff that I've written on my clouds, I'm going to read them out for you, and then I'll start sticking them. Is, of course, the year 2026, because we're in 2026. And I've got birthdays, because I would like to know the dates for my workmates' birthdays. And I have lunar lifestyle, because yes, I'm a lunar lifestyle girl. And of course, notices, because you need to tell people or show people what exactly this notice board is about. It's notices, so that's why we've got the notices there, which we're going to stick there. And TV, this is going with my lunar lifestyle TV. So let's stick the stuff onto our corners, our little clouds, with our bow stick. If you don't have bow stick, alternatively, you can use your sellotape or your stapler. So you just get a little bit, okay? Add it at the back of your cloud and stick it there. Since it's notices, I'm making sure it's in the middle, the center. Get your lunar lifestyle. Like I said, I'm a lunar lifestyle girl. You stick at the back of your paper. And you stick it in the corner there, like that. You get the TV, because lunar lifestyle goes with the TV. So make sure I stick in the corner. So depending on which one you're making, if it's for your room, it's for your office, you can actually write the office name on the board. If you want to fit your room, you can write your name in the corners so that you know that those are your notices. So that even when you look at the boards, you know that I need to check the board, I need to check what's coming up, what I should prepare for, you know, all those things. So even birthdays. Some people forget birthdays. It's your birthday. Like sometimes some people just forget that today's your birthday. Even at home, your sisters, your siblings can forget that it's your birthday. Just show them that they can make a notice board and add everybody's birth dates on it so that they could be looking at it. If you enter the new month, you know for sure that this month is this person's birthday. This other month is this other person's birthday, by simply just adding it to the notice board. So that's the reason why you can add the birthdays as well. And my 2026. I love the way my notice board looks, and let's go on a break. And when we come back, we're coming straight to show off the notice board and how it looks when it's displayed in your favorite space. Stay tuned. Welcome back. So before we went on our break, I ran you through the process of making this notice board, and I showed you every step by step. And we created our notice board, and this is the final look of our notice board. Allow me, of course, to show off. So let me lift it. I know my face is going to be covered, but don't mind, because I want you to see the beauty. I want you to see the beauty of the notice board. So that's our notice board that you've seen on your screens that we have created by simply doing it ourselves. And I simply did it myself. So now, why do you need a notice board, and why is it important to have a notice board? The reason why you need a notice board, of course, is you need to be up to speed to what is happening. I'll talk about the office because this one is made specifically for an office space. The office has important announcements. The office has important numbers that you need to know. The office has speed dials. The office has the landlines, and you would want to know the intercoms for each office. You can add them onto this notice board. And even just if you have a rota, a working rota or a working timetable, you can create it and stick it onto your notice board. And make sure you stick the notice board on that wall that you know everybody uses, the route that everyone uses. Make sure you target that route, because every time somebody is passing in that corridor or in that walkway, you know for sure that they will look at that notice board and they'll be able to see the important notices, certain things that they need to catch up on, the important, maybe some minutes from the previous meetings. You can stick them there as well. And anything else that's work related. That's the importance of having a notice board in your workspace. If you have one in your home, I've noticed some homes have papers on pama fridge na mukambati kama birthday around pama fridge pictures na mukambati kama invitation cards. You've been invited for a party or a wedding and you've stuck that invitation card per fridge. Today I'm telling you, remove those things on your fridge. Let that fridge breathe. We want to see the beauty of the fridge. Go and make this notice board in your house. Put it in any wall of your choice, especially that wall that you look at every day, so that you can stick all those things that you stick on your fridge. Put them on your notice board. So let me give you a quick recap on how you can make this notice board. Number one, you need your manila paper, you need your color paper, A4 to be specific, or any other size of paper, as long as it's able to make that favorite decoration. Remember, I made the clouds. If you didn't catch it, if you were not there, I made clouds out of my colored paper. So any paper that's able to do that, you can use that. And of course, your pair of scissors, you need your bow stick, your sellotape, or your stapler, in case you don't have bow stick. I use bow stick to be specific. And of course, you need your cloth tape. The black one that you see on my frame is cloth tape. That's what I used. And how to start the process and up to the end, quick, is you stick your cloth paper onto your manila paper by simply making those border lines around the manila paper. And make sure it's neat and tuck them in and make sure the edges are smooth. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to cut out your favorite shape. I cut out clouds and I wrote knots on those clouds and I stuck them onto my notice board. I hope you enjoyed this episode and I hope you're going to do this yourself. Thank you for catching up with me, Chilamo Zulu, aka Chichi Badu. Until next time, it's bye-bye.